everybody, and welcome back once again. Another edition of Inside the Headset. Here we are, Week 11, Game 11, the first round of the playoffs, and I'm with the head coach of the Oakland Patriots, Coach Thomas McDaniel. Coach, last Thursday night you played Stewart's Creek. Finished out the regular season, finished out 9-1, and had a little bit of time, and then I guess early Saturday morning or late Saturday morning or 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, just whenever it was finalized, you found out your next opponent for Friday night is going to be the Mount Juliet Bears, first round of the playoffs. And just let's talk a little bit about what has Oakland been doing since Thursday night at about 10 o'clock and 9:30, somewhere around that. You end up winning. Mm-hmm. So what have you guys been doing other than that?
Friday we just came to school, normal school day. Obviously, excited and happy for the victory Thursday. Really excited for these seniors. Like I've been saying the last few weeks, I still, no disrespect to Stewart's Creek. I don't know it's a great gauge for us, but I do think, we're still continuing to improve. There's still things we're learning that we need to get better at, that, where our weaknesses is, so to speak. And, just in a good frame of mind, man. We're just, we're having fun. I think the biggest thing is they're just having fun. They're enjoying the time they have together right now. So, regardless of what happens down the road, the one positive thing right now that I can say is that I know the kids are enjoying their time together. And to me, that's important. So,
You're getting better playing out of that because they are relaxed and it's not so intense, you think? On today's kid?
I don't know, man. We talked about it this morning. I don't think it, I just think with our kids, you can't build it up too much. You can't, just like, it was really uncomfortable for me the week of Riverdale because I didn't build the Riverdale game up nearly as much as I normally do. And, we just went out and played. It's not like we didn't talk about it and that they don't understand the rivalry, but I just think our kids are loose, man, and they want to go out and have fun. And when I say that, we're trying to keep things within a certain framework and structure that I believe in, and yet at the same time kind of make some concessions to, make them feel comfortable as well. Because at the end of the day, on Friday, it's about them. We're supposed to put them in position to make plays. Part of that's being mentally prepared. You can't just turn a switch at 6:30 and say, all right, I'm ready to play. It has to start earlier than that. But, again, within that process, we've changed a few things this year. Whether it's good or bad, well, I guess yet to see. But the kids are having fun. Coaches are having a good time. It's a lot less stressful on me as far as just waiting for somebody to mess up. It's just the way that it's been in the past. You're just waiting for somebody to try to buck the system, and then I've got to make a power move, so to speak. And so it's made I talked to a guy a couple of weeks ago. You got coaches coming here all the time, and I'm always asking questions just because I'm trying to learn something from anybody. And one of the guys that I talked to said, in their program that he was associated with, said they're just big on eliminating stress points. Some of the stress points in coaching you create just because you're hard-headed. Some things you can make a little bit easier on yourself if you just. And I'm gonna give you a case in point. They can't be late to practice. Okay, things like that. Those. You're not going to eliminate those factors. But, when we do a Thursday walkthrough, if there's a little bit of laughing and joking and talking, you couldn't say a word. Now, I'm not going to say we goof off, but we don't goof off. We've got to get done what we need to get done. We have to be able to focus in on what we're supposed to do. But, it's just a little bit more relaxed environment. There's no sense in being stressed at 4:30 on a Thursday when you're not kicking off till 7 o'clock on a Friday. So
you're just wasting a lot of energy and not getting anywhere, and it's not productive.
Yeah, I've wasted a lot of energy on that, and gotten a lot of stress, and as you can see, lost a lot of hair at an early age because of things like that. So just try and enjoy the moment, enjoy the kids, have fun with each other, which I think we've done. I can't really put a finger on why it's taking place. I just know it has taken place. We seem to be playing loose, but at the same time playing for each other. You could tell that again on Thursday. We weren't pointing fingers. Again, another situation where we made mistakes. People come off the field, we fixed them, we discuss them, we go back out and we execute. So that part's really encouraging, And Friday we just came in and took the day off. Didn't really do any football. Obviously, coaching staff evaluated the film and graded it, and then Saturday came in early and Friday night, everybody did their own thing. Some people went to games. Some went to Hoover, some went to Nashville. Everybody went to different places. I went to Haynes Haven and trick-or-treated. So, again, just whatever you wanted to do on Friday, you did your thing. And then Saturday we came in here early and started working.
Now, did y'all work all day Saturday?
Yeah, we worked till probably about 1:30, I think. And we found out right at 10, I think.
Yeah, it was finalized.
Yeah, I mean, the guru or the, what is his?
The professor.
The professor, yeah. The guru's already been taken, but the professor, self-proclaimed Tom Krager professor, did not get it right.
No, he didn't get it right, but he got our quad right.
He
That's
did.
all that matters.
No, he missed on what, Rossview and Indy?
Yeah.
Is that right?
And who's
What
to
happened
say
to y'all?
but who's to say
What
the
happened to y'all?
who's to say the TSSAA didn't jerk that around a little bit? Because in the past, based on what he went on intuition of what they've done in the past.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But either way, I guess y'all had a good trip.
Yeah, we had a good trip, and I thought it didn't take him long. It took him after the ball game, and he got settled in. I told him I was gonna go get some barbecue. We drove up the street, got some barbecue sandwiches. We come back. He said, "I'm ready to do it." And I said,
Really?
"Okay, yeah." So I mean, it didn't take him long.
Oh, so it wasn't in the wee hours of the morning, but he loves that stuff. I mean, he'd put out there who's the first coach going to contact me. So late in the evening on Friday, I was biting my tongue as far as I guess metaphorically with my thumbs because I wanted to text him or call him, but he does eat that stuff up, and that's good. I mean, he's good at it. So whatever.
I mean, who else would we
I think
have?
I think no, you wouldn't. I mean, so I think he even admitted that he was kind of addicted to the Z plan, just all the, I don't know.
The moving parts.
Yeah, I didn't try to learn any of it because I just relied on Krager. So anyway.
It's a lot easier.
But I think after I saw his, I want to say I fell asleep Friday night around 11:30 and woke up at 3 and saw that he had put the video out,
Right.
had pushed it out. So I literally was laying in bed at 3 and saw his video. I think by 4:30 or 5 I got up because I couldn't sleep after knowing that, and came in and started working, and it was 10 when they made it official or whatever. So we had,
And it's about gathering video of who Mount Juliet's played.
Yeah.
I mean, it's people have to understand the appendages that go on. So if Mount Juliet's played at Independence.
Well, yeah, the first thing I did was come in and look at the Murphy Fair book, and then look at Coach T and Max Preps just to see stats and who they had played. Not really common opponents because I don't think we had a common opponent.
Blackman.
Yeah, Blackman, that's right. But it was a little bit unique because we played them in the Jamboree, so we already had some film. So I went in and just started looking at that. Saturday morning before anybody got in, I looked at the Jamboree film just to kind of get a gauge on where. That being said, the Jamboree has no effect on what happens Friday.
Heck no.
But
it was something. You had something to
But
work
it was
with.
just to start looking at personnel and how they lined up, whatever. So we did that, and then, like I said, got filmed by 10. We worked for a few hours. Coaches broke down the offensive game. Defensive coaches brought down their offensive stuff, and then we looked at some defensive film for a while, and then we reconvened at 2 on Sunday and worked till about 6 and got our game plan together, and here we are. So. Monday was a big fundamental day for us. We don't do a lot working on Mount Juliet on Monday. We worked on Oakland fundamentally, just, things we need to work on, things that kind of can take a back seat this time of year.
Yeah.
Just tackling and blocking and simple stuff. And then
We're not running the gauntlet this time of year.
no, but we were doing, just fundamental things that sometimes can get left behind. And we'll continue to do that. And then yesterday was, we had an in-service day, but yesterday was a chance for the kids to get in here a little early, us to get down the game field and have a full practice. This time of year after the time change this weekend.
Man, it squeezes all of
Yeah.
us daylight hours. We don't get as much. And
That's
we gotta
crazy. And by 5 it's dark, and by 6, I mean it looks like it's midnight. So we can't get out on the field. I mean, this is one thing that I wish we could change. It never will because it's just been this way. But we don't start school till 8:15. To me, that's late. I mean, I just think that's late. And of course the system that when I was in school, we were at school at 7:15. which I think would be awesome because you're out of school at 2:15, and as a coach, you're home by, if you're out of school at 2:15, you're home by 6:30 at the latest. I mean, that's even if you drag your feet. Here, during the season,
7:30 Coeur d'Alene.
yeah, I mean, it's, by the time we get everybody out of here and I meet with coaches, I mean, it's 7:30. So anyway, we're not out of school till 3:15. We get on the field at 3:35, and that is a push. I mean, to get kids out of class.
You got a 13, 14-hour day every day. All of you coaches do.
Yeah,
is what you're telling me.
But for the kids, we try to get them down here at 3:35, and I try to be, they're in school for 6-7 hours. You got to run them down here. They got to run to put their stuff on and get out of practice on time. It's just, and we get out there at 3:35, and then you really get, at this point in the year, if you're going to get daylight time, you got about, seriously, an hour and 10 minutes. And that's including getting them out there and stretching and everything. So it's hard this time of year. So anyway, we were able to get out a little early yesterday. We got full practice in. That was great. Obviously, it's raining today, so we'll go in the indoor. But, yeah, man, sunlight's at a premium. And, of course, you don't need to practice for 2.5 hours now.
No.
But you got to go on the game field and turn the lights on. And then you run into the dilemma of where we're at. We've had 3 or 4 home games in a row. The weather's not been great. The field's tore up. It's chunked up pretty good. We got youth football on the weekends. You try not to get on it because you don't want to turn it into a mud pit. But at the same time, you got to go down there some so that you can get under the lights if you need to. So a lot of moving parts, but good problem to have. You know what I'm saying, to be in this situation.
You could have your helmet on the shelf.
So right, that's right. We could be cleaning out the locker room, but yeah, we were had a lot of good performers on Friday. On Thursday, we got to play a lot of kids. I guess going back to Stewart's Creek for a minute, we got to play a lot of kids. Several young kids had some success, and it was just a good night. And now we're taking that step to the first round of the playoffs, and we're in a good place, man. Our kids are excited.
Mount Juliet, what do you like about this football team? What you spoke a little bit before we started a little bit about the quarterback and whatnot, but how did they get there? I mean, now that you've had a chance to look at their video, I mean, you as a coach, how did Mount Juliet Bears get into the play? I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I mean, but
yeah, I mean, I think they were an up and down team. When you look at their schedule and their record, I mean, 5-5 football team, but I mean their league is pretty even this year with you look at I just know in particular the Beach game went down to the wire with them. It was on television. I saw it. But a lot of their games are within a point or two. I think the Gallatin game was a very close game. So I think it starts with their quarterback. Chowbay is younger brother of a kid who played there a few years ago. Really good athlete. I think he's playing basketball at Lipscomb or Belmont or somewhere. But this kid's a really good operator, good athlete, good with his feet, throws the ball very well. We think as far as just pure passer, he might be as good of just a pocket quarterback. He's probably as good as we played some good ones, obviously Jennings and then Tiano, but he's a good quarterback. I don't know where he rates. I'm just saying he's not like Jennings and he's not as big as Tiano, but he's definitely a good high school quarterback and somebody that we're going to have to be very aware of. They're going to be well coached. They always are. They do a good job in the off season in their weight room, and their kids work extremely hard. I know there's a lot of pride in that community for Mount Juliet football. And, ironically enough, it's 7 years that I've been here. This is the 3rd time we played Mount Juliet in the first round. So we've won one and we've lost one to them. Hopefully we can make it 2-1, but good football team. So like I said, we understand the position we're in. It's the end of the road.
Yeah.
You better produce or it's
and enjoy it.
Yeah, you better produce or it's going to end quick, and that's a fine line. I think getting kids to really understand, in particular seniors, to really understand just how blunt and traumatic it can be. And you don't think about it until the moment occurs. So
at that 10 o'clock when you look up and the scoreboard reads,
yeah,
you lost. And,
yeah.
I mean,
and it's scary. It's just it's scary because you don't ever know what a kid's thinking, and
it's an empty feeling. I mean, so it's a deep, empty feeling. I mean, You don't know where you're going to
And
go
I
next
think
fall.
the fear being, you know, for us right now is you can't talk about it, but you know it's being talked about. I mean, what do you think all the Oakland community talks about right now? You think they're talking about Mount Juliet?
Oh, no way, no way.
Exactly.
I mean, both sides,
That's
both
right.
sides of
And
the city.
that part
Irritates
aggravates
you.
Yeah, it aggravates me a little bit because we just gotta
The white elephant in the room.
we just gotta enjoy the moment, you know, or the navy and orange one. That you know. So I mean, we got to be careful about that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Mount Juliet's too good of a football team, and then you look at, you know, I don't want to look ahead, but you know, the winner of this game between Mount Juliet and Oakland's got to play the winner of the Cookeville-Laverne game, and I don't know what's going on with Laverne, but obviously they're playing really good football right now. So.
And that's all and that's all a team like that needs is a little momentum
Yeah.
to get them going.
I mean,
and
so
it'll be very dangerous.
You don't ever know what can happen in the playoffs. I was thinking about it early this morning. I know that I want to say Riverdale '99 got knocked out by Dixon County. I think Riverdale was 10-0 and Dixon County was 5-5 maybe.
I remember
6-4.
Dobbins Bennett was undefeated one year.
That was 2001.
They got knocked out in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, so you know, crazier things have happened. Now you can't say that to the kids because they're, you know, most of them they maybe a couple years old in '99. But the point is, I mean, you know, you got to be respectful and cognizant of the fact that you can get beat on any night. And I think our kids, based off of the preparation we've had this week and the attitude they had, you know, we're going to go out and have fun. We're going to prepare the right way, and we're just going to go out and play and enjoy the moment. And so I don't really feel it to be a concern. But you know, when you start looking at from a kid's perspective, or if you want to look at the numbers or what everybody does, you're going to say, well, all right, they played Mount Juliet in the Jamboree, and it was whatever. It was a lot. That doesn't mean anything.
That doesn't mean anything.
And then you look at, you know, well, they played Laverne 3 weeks ago. You know, so everybody's got that tunnel vision on that one, you know, that one moment in 3 weeks, and it's disrespectful. It's not the timing of it isn't right. You just better just take it one at a time. And you know, we hadn't talked about it as a staff with the kids very much because I think we've stayed pretty focused. I mean, amongst all the noise outside of the program, I think you know, we're just gonna, like I said, I mean, we're just trying.
And it's not that you're avoiding it or that other side is avoiding it. It's just you know that it looms in the distance if both of you can get there, both of you are healthy.
Sure.
A lot of things are, because you know what? You don't want to get to that Friday night in 21 days if it does occur and everything works out and all of you not have, because you want them to have all their guns and you want to have all your guns. You wanted a football game. I mean, people don't understand that. You don't want nobody.
And I really believe, I mean, I don't want to speak, you know, off, but Smyrna and Riverdale both are dangerous football
Very
teams if they
dangerous.
play well. So, you know, I hate that for them. That's another thing about this system. I think Franklin and Centennial are playing again after Week 10 game. You know, you got Riverdale and Smyrna replaying. That's dangerous for both teams, I think. But either one of those teams, you know, are dangerous. On you know, you catch them on the wrong night and you're not playing well, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So Blackman's, I'm sure, going to be in the same, you know, the same scenario as us. But I know, you know, I've already had people come. Well, I won't be there this week, but hey, I'll see you in 3 weeks. You know, just come out and see a good football game. Come out and enjoy the last couple of weeks. The weather, you know, I think Friday's going to be high 55, so it's going to be football weather. You know,
It's going to be cool.
In the 40s. You know, you'll have that big trench coat or whatever it is. Whatever it is. What is that?
It's my long ride, my duster.
Okay,
You like
duster.
that? You like my duster?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So anyway, but yeah, we're just soaking it all in, man. Just having fun with it, and excited about Friday.
Let's finish it up injury-wise. How are you, Coach?
Good. We're in a good spot, healthy. We're as healthy as could be expected, to be honest. So keep our fingers crossed. But we've been able to avoid injuries, and you know, we're like anybody else. We're dinged up. You know, they're sore and they got twisted ankles and you know knocked down shoulders. But I mean, this time of year you got to gut it out. And I think all things considered, we're about as healthy as we could be. You know, with the exception of the one loss of Greg Cantrell early in the year, we've been very fortunate as far as injuries go. We're a little thinner in some spots than I'd like to be, but you know, like you said earlier, you got to have all your pieces ready to to go, and we got to go down with our dudes, and that means playing extra snaps. There's a couple guys that know that there's fixing to be more snaps in the game for them than what has been traditionally, but we got to go down with the best people.
Well, that's it. You put the 11 best on the field, and moms and dads, everybody, fans need to. There's no more showing now. Coaches have to dial them in, and if one kid plays both ways, that kid plays both ways, because as a coaching staff, you all think that's the best arsenal of 11 kids we can put on the field for 3 hours of football.
They can rest at Christmas break.
There you go. Friday night right here, Ray Hughes Stadium, Mount Juliet Bears and Oakland Patriots. Y'all be here 7 o'clock, same as always. First round of the playoffs, y'all be here.